children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So in today's class we are continuing multiple choice questions from the chapter Fractions and Decimals. Coming to the first question for today, question number 16. Which one of the following is not a proper fraction? What are they asking? We have to find out the fraction which is not a fraction, not a proper fraction. That means we have to find out the improper fraction. And what is the feature of improper fraction? Numerator is greater than our denominator. So let us look at our options. Option A, 1 by 5. Here 1 is less than 5. Numerator is less than denominator. So A is not the correct answer. Coming to B, 2 by 5. Again here numerator is less than the denominator. So even B is not our correct answer. Option C, 3 by 5. Again 3 is less than 5. So this is also not a correct answer. Coming to the last one, option D, 7 by 5. 7 is greater than 5. That is the numerator is greater than the denominator. So it is not a proper fraction. And option D becomes our correct answer. Yes children, understood? Next question 17. 9 by Q. 9, it's not 9, P by Q. P by Q is a fraction. If P is greater than Q, then which one of the following is correct? What are they saying? P here, P by Q is the fraction. So P is our numerator and Q is our denominator. P is greater than Q. P is greater than Q. That means the numerator is greater than our denominator. So what does that make our P by Q? Is P by Q a proper fraction? No. P by Q is not a proper fraction. Next, P by Q is an improper fraction. Yes, option B, P by Q is an improper fraction becomes our correct answer. The numerator is greater than the denominator, so it is an improper fraction. Next question 18. How many parts of the following figure would you like to shade such that the shaded part of the figure can represent unit fraction? Now what should we do? We should shade this figure so that the shaded part will represent our unit fraction. What is a unit fraction, children? Unit fraction is one where our numerator is 1. Say 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 1 by 9. All these are our unit fractions. Why? Because the numerator is 1. So for this, the numerator should be 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 will be the denominator. The unit fraction would be here 1 by 9. So that means how many parts should we shade, children? The numerator. In numerator we are having 1. So we must shade one part of the following figure so that the shaded part represents our unit fraction 1 by 9 here. So we have to shade option A, one part. Not only this figure, no matter whatever figure they give, children, if we want to represent it as a unit fraction, we have to shade only one part, because in a unit fraction the numerator is only 1. That means we have to shade only one part. Next, coming to question 19. Convert the given mixed fraction into improper fraction. What do we have? 7 by 12. How will we convert, children? First we multiply the whole number and the denominator. Then to the product we add our numerator 7. Divided by what will be the denominator? The denominator will be as it is, that is our 12. Now 7 into 12, 84 plus 7 divided by 12. 84 plus 7, 91 divided by 12. 91 by 12 is our improper fraction. For the given mixed fraction, option B becomes our correct answer. Yes, how did we convert? Multiply for the numerator, multiply the denominator and whole number together, and to the product we need to add our numerator. The denominator will be as it is, no change in the denominator. Next, question 20. Jack is saying that 19 by 11 is an improper fraction. And Cody is saying that 19 by 11 can be changed into a mixed fraction. Who is correct? If you take the first statement, 19 by 11 is an improper fraction. For the fraction 19 by 11, 19 is greater than 11. That is nothing but our numerator is greater than the denominator. So it is an improper fraction. Yes, what Jack is saying is correct. He is telling the correct thing, that our given fraction 19 by 11 is an improper fraction. Now let us look at Cody's statement. 19 by 11 can be changed into mixed fraction. As we all know, children, what do we know? A given mixed fraction can be changed into an improper fraction, and also a given improper fraction can be converted into a mixed fraction. So here we are having 19 by 11, which is an improper fraction. It can be changed into a mixed fraction. Is it correct or not? Yes, it is also correct. So who is correct, children? Both Jack and Cody are correct. Option C becomes our correct answer. Yes, both Jack and Cody are correct here. Next question 21. What fraction should be added to 8 by 9 to get 31 plus 18? What fraction should be added to 8 by 9 to get 31 by 18? This is the statement, right, children? So in normally while addition, what do we do? Suppose if we have 1 plus dash is equal to 3. To find out this addend, what will you do? You will subtract the sum and the addend. Yes, so in the same way here also you have to subtract these two. You have to subtract our addend 8 by 9 from the sum 31 by 18 minus 8 by 9. Coming to the LCM of 9 and 18, why are we taking the LCM? Because they both are unlike fractions. Yes, so the multiples of 9 are 9, 18, 27. The multiples of 18 are 18, 36. Here we've got our least common multiple, that is. So we'll convert these two fractions also into like fractions with the denominator as 18. The first one, 31 by 18, already has 18 as the denominator, so we'll leave it as it is. For the second fraction, 8 by 9, children. Now what should we multiply our 9 with to get 18? 9 2s are 18. So we are multiplying the numerator and denominator with 2. We have 31 by 18 as it is, minus 8 2s are 16 divided by 9 2s are 18. Now we have two like fractions here, we can subtract them. How do we subtract? Subtract the numerators and retain the denominator. 31 minus 16, 15 divided by 18. So 15 divided by 18 is our correct answer. Yes, this is our correct answer. But if you look at the given options, we do not have 15 by 18. Okay, but it can be an equivalent fraction also. See, if we take the first one, option A, 5 by 6, when we divide both our numerator and denominator by 3, 15 divided by 3, 5, 18 divided by 3, 6. Yes, we've got 5 by 6, that is nothing but option A. So sometimes the direct answer will not be given. If it's not there, you have to find out its equivalent fraction. Option A is the correct answer here. Next question 22. Jacob has 8 liters of milk. He uses 2 1 by 2 liters for pudding and 2 1 by 8 liters for curd. What quantity of milk is left with him? Now in total he had 8 liters of milk, that is equal to 8. And how much did he use? First let us find out that. 2 1 by 2 and 2 1 by 8. He has used this much of milk. So 2 1 by 2 plus 2 1 by 8. How will we add these, children? Yes, convert them into convert them into improper fractions and add. Or simply we can add the whole numbers part, 2 plus 2 4, and then add the fractional part, 1 by 2 plus 1 by 8. Now the LCM of 2 and 8 is 2 4 6 8, 8 16. So what is the LCM here? 8 is the least common multiple. So we'll make our fractions as like fractions with the numerator, with the denominator 8. 2 4s are 8, so multiplying and dividing by 8, sorry, by 4. Yes, multiplying both the numerator and denominator by 4, and coming to 1 by 8, we already have 8, so just simply multiplying it with 1. Now again here 4 plus this 1 into 4, 4 divided by 2 4s are 8, plus 1 into 1, 1 divided by 8. What will it be? 4 plus 4 by 8 plus 1 by 8 is nothing but 4 plus 1 by 8 is equals to 5 by 8. 4 plus 5 by 8 is nothing but 4 5 by 8. Now what is this 4 5 by 8? This is the quantity of milk he used. But what should we find out? We have to find out the quantity of milk that is left with him. So it was 8 liters in total. Out of 8 he has used 4 5 by 8 liters. So when we subtract these two together, we'll get the quantity of milk that is left with our Jacob. Yes children, 8 minus, converting this into a improper fraction. 8 4s are 32 plus 5 divided by 8 is equals to 32 plus 5 37 divided by 8. Now here the denominator of 8 is 1. Yes, so for the LCM of 1 and 8, it would be 8 only. LCM of any number, and 1 and any number will be the number itself. So here 1 into 8 is equal to 8. So multiplying by 8, 37 by 8. 8 into 1 is equal to 8. So multiplying by 1. 8 8s are 64, by 1 8s are 8, minus 37 1s are 37 divided by 8 1s are 8. Now these two are our like fractions. We can find out the difference. 64 minus 37 divided by the denominator 8. Now what is 64 minus 37? 64 minus 37. 4 minus 7 is not possible. Borrowing. 14 minus 7 7. 5 minus 3 2. 27 by 8. 27 by 8 liters is left with him. How much children? 27 by 8 liters of milk is left with him. That is our option D. Understood? How did we solve this problem? First we found out the total quantity of milk our Jacob has used. 2 1 by 8 plus 2 1 by 2 gives us the total quantity of milk he has used. Now when we subtract that from the total liters, that is 8, we got 27 by 8, that is option D as our answer. Next question 23. Arrange the following in ascending order. What should we do children? Here we are having 4 fractions, and we have to arrange them all in ascending order. Now how do we arrange given fractions in ascending order? To arrange them in ascending order, we have to compare, right? So now to compare, here again the denominators are different, so we need to find out the LCM of the given denominators. 3, 9 and 7. This is 3 is repeated, right? So I'll keep it as it is. We have 9 1s are 9, 9 2s are 18, 9 3s are 27. 7 1s are 7, 7 2s are 14, 7 3s are 21, 7 4s are 28, 35. Then we have 42, 49, 7 8s are 56, 9s are 63. I think 63 will be our, this children, least common multiple. See 63 we have 3 21s are 63, then we have 9 7s are 63, and also we have 7 9s are 63. So 63 becomes our least common multiple here. LCM is 63. Now we have to convert all these fractions into like fractions with the denominator 63. Coming to the first one, 2 by 3, we have 3 21s are, so multiplying with 21. Next we have 4 by 9, we have 9 7s are, so multiplying with 7. Then we have 7 9s are, so multiplying with 9. And again for the last one, 5 by 3, 3 21s are, so multiplying with 21. Now 2 into 21 becomes 42 divided by 63. 4 7s are 28 divided by 63. 5 nines are 45 divided by 63, and then we have 5 21s are 105 divided by 63. Now we are having 4 like fractions here. Yes, now as they are all like fractions, they have the same denominator. We can find out which is the smaller one and which is the greater one by comparing the numerators. Here in the question they have asked us to write the fractions in ascending order. Ascending means from the smallest to the largest. So from these numerators, which is the smallest one? 28 6 by 3. What is 28 6 by 3? 28 6 by 3 is our second fraction, that is 4 by 9. So 4 by 9 comes first. Then we have 42 by 42. So 42 is nothing but our first fraction, 2 by 3. Then we have 45. 45 is our third fraction, 5 by 7. And lastly we have 105, that is our last fraction, 5 by 3. So this is our ascending order: 4 by 9, 2 by 3, 5 by 7 and 5 by 3. Option A. Understood, children? Whenever such a question is asked, first find out the LCM for the given denominators. That will be our first step, to find out the LCM. Second step is to convert them into like fractions which have LCM as the denominator, with LCM as the denominator. And third step would be to compare the numerators. Yes, the smallest numerator becomes the smallest fraction, and the fraction with the greatest numerator becomes our greatest fraction. Here option A is our correct answer. Next question 24. Find the perimeter of the following figure. Now when we say perimeter, children, perimeter means the total area. We have to find out the total area. Suppose if I give you a figure like this, okay, no matter whatever figure is, and then I have given you the length of the sides like this, children. When I ask you to find out the perimeter, what should you do is, perimeters are very easy. You just have to add all the lengths of the sides. See, 7 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4 and plus 6. What should you do to find out the perimeter of a given figure? You should add the length of all the sides given to find out our perimeter. In the same way, here we are having 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. To find out the perimeter of these 4 sides, we have to add these 4 sides together. That is 5 by 7 plus 1 by 8 plus 3 by 8 plus 2 by 6. Understood, children? When we add all these together, we will get our, what will we get? We will get our perimeter of the given figure. Now if you look at 2 by 6 here, 2 by 6 can be converted into, reduced to the simplest form as 1 by 3. When we divide both by 2, 2 divided by 2, 1, 6 divided by 2, 3. So instead of 2 by 6, I will take 1 by 3 here. Okay, now these are our 4 fractions. When we add these 4 fractions together, we will get our LCM. Now again, these are unlike fractions. So first we need to find out their LCM. What are the denominators? 7, 8 and 3. Now these 3 numbers do not have any common factors other than 1. So their LCM becomes 7 into 8 into 3. Okay, when we have such numbers which do not share any common factors other than 1, their LCM becomes the product, children. 7 into 8 into 3, that is nothing but 168. Now coming to the conversion of these into like fractions, we have 5 by 7, right? So 5 by 7 into 7 should be multiplied by what? See, 7 should be multiplied by 8 into 3. Are you able to see here? 7 should be multiplied by 8 into 3. 8 into 3 is nothing but 24. So multiplying the numerator also by 24. Next, 8 should be multiplied by, let me erase this here. We already have 8. 8 should be multiplied by 7 into 3, that is nothing but 21. So multiplying the numerator also by 21, and again for 3 by 8, 8 into 21 plus the last one is 1 by 3. So for 1 by 3 here, erasing this, yes, here we already have 3. 3 is to be multiplied by 7 into 8, that is nothing but our 56. So 1 into 56 by 3 into 56. Now after multiplication, what will be the answer? Let me erase it here and do it here, children. 5 into 24 becomes how much? 5 fours are 22. 5 twos are 10 plus 2, 12. 120 divided by 7 into 24 is nothing but 168. That is our LCM. 1 into 21. 21 divided by again 168. No need to worry about the multiplying the denominator, children. It will be 168 for all the given 4 fractions. 3 into 21 is 63 divided by 168 plus 1 into 56, 56 divided by 168. Now we are having our 4 like fractions. We just need to add the numerators. 120 plus 21 plus 63 plus 56. 120, 21, 63 and 56. When we add all these together, 10, 1 carried, then 10, 16, 2. 260 will be our numerator and the denominator is 168. Now here in the given options we do not have 260 by 168. So is this our wrong answer then? No. See, 260 divided by 168. They both have 4 as their common factor. When we divide both the given numbers by 4, see 260 by 4 we have 4 6 are 24. When we subtract 2 is remaining, 0 brought down, 4 5s are 20. So when we divide 260 by 4, 65 is our answer. In the same way now when we have to divide 168 also by 4. We have 4 4s are 16 and then 4 2s are 8. So 42 is our answer. What is our answer now? 65 by 42. Do we have 65 by 42 in the options? Yes, we have option D as 65 by 42. So that becomes our perimeter for the following figure. Understood, children? Next question number 25, children. What is the difference of the fractions if shaded part in the following figures are represented as fractions? So first we need to represent the shaded parts as fractions. We are having 3 shaded parts divided by 6, 9 in total, 9 parts. Now coming to figure 2, we are having 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 total parts, out of which 7 are shaded. So 3 by 9 and 7 by 10. 7 by 10 minus 3 by 9 is our, what do you say, these are our given fractions. We need to find out the difference. Now here 3 by 9 can be reduced to the simplest form by dividing by 3. 3 divided by 3, 1, 9 divided by 3, 3. Now we are having two fractions, 7 by 10 and 1 by 3, where the denominators are 10 and 3. They are unlike fractions. Again, these two numbers do not share any common factors other than 1. So what will their LCM be? Their LCM will be their product, 10 into 3, that is equal to 30. So here 10 should be multiplied by 3 and 3 should be multiplied by 10 to get 30. 7 3s are 21 divided by 30 minus 1 10s are 10 divided by 30. Now 21 minus 10 divided by 30. 21 minus 10 is 11 by 30. So 11 by 30 is our answer, that is option C. The difference of the fractions 7 by 10 minus 3 by 9 is equal to 11 by 30. Understood, children? Next question 26. Which one of the following is true for 0.003? Now for the given in the question, what did they give? They have given us a decimal number 0.003, and in the options we are having various fractions. That means we need to write the fractional form of the decimal number 0.003. What will be the fractional form? Write the number as it is without the decimal point, divided by, write 1, count the number of decimal places. We are having 3 decimal places, so 3 zeros after 1. Now in the numerator 0003 is nothing but equal to 3 divided by 1000 in the denominator. So 3 by 1000 is the fraction for the given decimal 0.003. Option C becomes our correct answer. It is true for the given decimal. Next question 27. John makes a rectangular figure and divides it into 100 equal parts. He shades 10 parts out of every 3. He shades 3 parts out of every 10 parts. Find the correct expression for the shaded part. Now what are they saying here? He has divided a figure into total of 100 parts, and from every 10 parts, for every 10 parts he has shaded 3 parts. Understood, children? For every 10 parts he has shaded 3 parts. Then for 100 parts, how many parts did he shade? 10 into 10 is equal to 100. Yes, we are having 10 tens in 100. So here in each 10 we are having 3 shaded parts. Now we are having 10 tens. So we'll have 3 into 10, that is equal to 30 shaded parts. Understood? For every 10 parts, 3 parts are shaded. So for 20 parts, how many parts will be shaded? 3 into 2 is equal to 6. In the same way, for 100 parts, how will we get 100? 10 into 10 is equal to 100. So 3 is also to be multiplied by 10. So for 100 parts, he has shaded 30 parts. How many parts, children? He has shaded 30 parts. Now find the correct expression for the shaded part. Now this part, how do we represent it as a fraction? 30 is the total number of shaded parts, so it becomes our numerator, divided by, what will be the denominator? It will be the total number of parts, that is 100. So 30 divided by 100 is the correct expression for the shaded part, that is option D. Next question 28. Which one of the following is the correct decimal representation for the shaded part? Now what is the shaded part here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are shaded out of 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 parts are shaded out of the total 10 parts. Now what will be the decimal representation, children? Here the denominator is 10, which is a friendly denominator. In the denominator we have a 2-digit number, but in the numerator we only have a 1-digit number, so we'll write it also as a 2-digit number. 5 will be written as 05, and here in 10 we are having 10, so after 1 digit from the right we'll place our decimal point. 0.5 is the decimal representation for the shaded part in the following figure. Option C becomes our correct answer. Next question 29. Which one of the following is the correct decimal expression for the place value of 5? Here, what is the decimal number? 3.05. Yes, 3.05. Now 5 is in hundredths place, that is nothing but 5 into 1 by 100. Its place value will be 5 into 1 by 100, that is nothing but our 5 by 100, and the decimal form for 5 by 100 is 0.05. So option B becomes our correct answer. Okay, children? Next question 30. You have to arrange the digits of a decimal 35.564 in the decimal place value chart. Which one of the following places is suitable for the digit 4? Now they are asking us the place value of the digit 4 here. What is the place values, children? 35 point, let me write here 35.564. Let us write the place values. For the whole number part we have ones and tens. For the decimal part we have 1 tens, hundreds, and then thousands. So the place value of 10 is the place value of the digit 4 is thousands. The place is option D, thousands place. Yes, in decimal part we move in the opposite direction. Normally we go like this, right? Ones, tens, hundreds. But when it comes to decimal part, we move in the opposite direction. We have ones, tens, hundreds and so on. So for the given decimal number 35.46564, 4 is in the hundreds, 4 is in the thousands place. That is option D is the correct. Please visit our website www.aimstoday.in for other information regarding online classes, quizzes